Hi guys, it's Trish and welcome to week 1 of my road to Ironman. So before I go into describing how my week went training wise and preparation wise, I'm actually going to describe the race a little bit, because I noticed that once I made the video and I posted it, that there were questions, and there's always people that don't quite understand what the Ironman competition is and what it involves and the length and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to explain it. So the full Ironman distance, because I have done the half in the past, full Ironman distance is, my son's in the background, awesome, is, like I did mention before, it's 140.6 complete miles. Now there's 3 disciplines. It starts with swimming, then biking, then running. So it starts with the swim, and the swim is a 2.4 mile swim. Then you get on to the bike. The bike is a 112-mile bike ride. And then you get to the run, which is a full-on marathon. So that's 26.2 miles. Now, for my Canadian friends who need that in kilometers, that's 3.8 kilometers swim, that's 180-kilometer bike, and run, I don't know, 40-something, 43, or I don't know, somewhere around there. So it's a lot. Maybe it's 42. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But it's a lot. So how long should that take me? Well, the swim, hopefully under an hour and a half. You have 2 hours to finish that. And the bike, that could take me, I don't know, 7 hours. Let's be conservative. And then the run could be around 4 hours or so. And that could be a combination of probably running and walking. Now the marathon is the one distance that I have never completed as of yet. I have trained for a marathon before in the past, but I have gotten injured. So I got up to mile 20 and then had to quit. Now, brings me into, how did my week of training go? Well, I only did 4 days out of 7, and really, while in February here, while I'm building my base, I want to do 5 days. So I was short one day. I got a little sick, didn't have the energy yesterday to do anything, so that's life. So I'd rather kind of kick this. I think I can kick it in a couple of days, and then start off this week really, really strong. I had to wake up a couple of mornings really early, 5:30, because I have 3 kids. I have to be really creative with my training time. So I will probably have to do quite a few mornings, 5:30, do a couple hours before we get up for breakfast and for school, and then do another workout in the evening, whatever that is. And yeah, that's how I'm going to have to continue with my training throughout this. I apologize. Throat is a little dry. And then one great thing that I am really happy about, I mean, I did okay with the training, but I'm really happy with some of the preparation work that I've done. So what does that mean? So there are a few things that I've created. One of the things that I've created is, in one of my books, I have I basically went through each month, and I've said how long I want to be training for and how many hours per week. So in February, my goal is to train about 10 hours per week and do each sport 3 times, to about 3 swims per week. But anyway, I'll go through that every month that I'm in and explain that a little bit more. But now that I'm in February, and well, we're in the middle of February, I want to train 10 hours a week. It's not too much. It's 2 hours a day, 5 days a week. Do each sport 3 times. However, I haven't even swam yet, so right now I'm saying swimming 2 times a week. And so my longest day and my longest workout will be roughly about 2 hours so far. I'm building base. So that's one thing that I've done. Another thing that I have done is I went through a calendar. And I'll show you my little day timer here. Okay, so I looked at a calendar here for 2015, and as you can see, I have a bunch of numbers written beside the end of each week for every month. So what is that? What that is that I'm I have been very prone to injury when it comes to running in the past. Not for swimming or biking, I've never really gotten injured, but for running, I do. So what I've done is I've made sure that I just increment my running by 1 mile per week or 10 minutes. So like let's say it's a 10-minute mile, which is, you know, not super fast or anything, but I've literally written the miles at the end of each week. So this week I should be at 4 miles, then 5, and I've just incremented 1 mile per week all the way up to the end of August. Now I have my first half Ironman June 21st. So if we look on that, I should be up to about 21 miles at that point, which is well over the 13 miles that I have to be at. So I can play with this a little bit. Sorry, a big chunk of snow just came off my house. Anyway, yeah, so I can play with this a little bit, but I just know that I can get to the half marathon distance as well as the full marathon distance in time for both races safely, and I can play around with this a little bit, which is nice. Another thing that I got in the mail this week, which I was pretty pumped about, I got an email from A Runner's World a little while ago offering me a subscription, but if I did subscribe that I could get a free watch and a free training log. Well, I was quite the sucker because I love getting free things, so I said yes, and so my training log has come, so here it is right here. Okay, can you see that? Runner's World training log. Okay, these things are great. So when you're training, you always want to keep track of your of what you've done for the week. Okay, so this is just an example of how they've done it. Don't know if you can see that. Sorry. There we go. Okay, and then I've kind of written out a little bit of what I did this week. So it has a place that you can write your distance, the time that you trained, the course that you took, and then also some notes. So maybe like, how did your legs feel on the bike or on the run? How did your arms feel on the swim? Things like that. How was your pace? All things to kind of keep track of, so you know for the next week how much that you can increment your mileage or your distance or your time or anything like that. As well as in the future, if I'm not going to get injured, but if I do, I can go back and I can pretty much see why I did, if I can look at the past and look at the history that I've done. So this is going to be a huge help. Keeps me honest, keeps me accountable, and it also allows me to keep track, because there are 3 sports or 3 disciplines. I want to make sure, like I said, that I do each one 3 times a week. And if I've only done, say, the swim, which I'm awful at doing, if I've only done that twice, then I can see that in my log and I can make sure I can do another one. So that is another great thing. So that was my week in a nutshell. Great. It was okay for training, not great. I really got to get rid of this little bit of like nagging cold that I have. I will. But the preparation was really good too. I feel strong. So I'm going into next week feeling good, and I know it's going to be a good week, and I can't wait till I tell you guys about the following week of my road to Ironman. On top of that, I hope you guys like this. If you like it, like the video, subscribe to it so you can see how my journey and adventure is going week to week, and also leave a comment. I also want this to inspire people to make 2015 one of their years that they're going after a dream of theirs. Maybe something that they've wanted to do, like me, since I was a kid or a teenager, whatever. Maybe it's just something that you've always wanted to do. Maybe you've never taken a trip to Indonesia, or you want to go to Thailand, or you want to go to Japan. Maybe that's something. This is going to be your year to do that. Maybe you want to take a course in interior design, in carpentry, in cooking, anything like that. Maybe this is your year to do it. So this is what I want you to do. I hope I'm inspiring you to go after your dreams and to try something that you've always wanted to do. So with that, I'll say goodbye and have yourself a great week. See ya at the end of this week. Bye.